What's up, jokers? It's tutorial time, man. I get excited. It's time for a new tutorial. Today, we're just going to be talking about momentum. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about momentum, it is the numbers that you build up over the course of a match. If you look at the Ultimate Warrior, on the HUD in the bottom left, you see his name, you see the health indicator and the stamina bar, and the set of numbers with the percentage is your momentum. Now, everybody usually has a different rate that they build up momentum by their stats. Like The Rock has about 95 or so momentum. Then you have Connor from the Ascension, who has 50. So for them to do the same move, Connor would generate way less momentum than someone like The Rock would. And momentum is a big part in the game because the more momentum you have, the more access you have to your special moves and your finisher. Once your momentum reaches 100%, then you can use a special move. Now, if you choose to not use that special move and you keep doing damage or keep playing the match out, it'll eventually go up to 150%, and that's the max that you can hit, and that's when you get a finisher. So you can completely forego using your special maneuver and just save up for a finisher if that's something that you want to do. You know, you too can be ultimate and just press slam people outside the ring if you want to wait that long to do it. But you don't have to. It's all up to player's choice. But today we're pretty much going to be just going over momentum and taunts and how they interact with each other. Now, speaking of The Rock, it's going to walk up and punch Rikishi, gets a 1.5, momentum right off of the bat. You might be like, well, it's 1%, whatever. It's a jab. It's a tutorial, man. Like, come on. Relax. Now, you press left on the D-pad, The Rock will taunt the crowd. And another light attack, this time he gets a 1.9. And you might be saying, wow, he did all that for 0.4 momentum. Like, hey, look, in the long run, that little momentum is going to improve the speed that you build up momentum in the long run. Again, I'm just showing you the difference and how it works. Here we go, Connor. He walks up, he gets like 0.5. He doesn't even get a whole momentum. He doesn't even get a whole one. Then when he taunts and does the same punch, 1.1. And now we're going to go over the right D-pad, which is the taunt at your opponent. That does not give you extra momentum, as you can see. What that does is it gives you more damage on whatever attack that you're using. So as long as the background of your character's limb system is green, you're doing more damage to your opponent. Or to be more accurate, they're taking more damage because they have been debuffed. You have to give them the taunt debuff and they take more damage. That's why when you interfere in somebody's match, you're actually taunting them and they're taking more damage from the person in the ring, if that makes sense. Now, some tips and tricks with the taunt system, because there's one more. Now, you remember how in my videos I keep talking about how ring out is really strong when you're playing against people? Because you can get yourself out of danger, you can buy yourself some time, and you can save a reversal. Just roll out of the ring. I do it all the time. Well, if you press up on the D-pad while your opponent's down on the ground, it makes them stand up, so they can't roll out of the ring. It completely nullifies ring out, because now I can't ring out because you're making me stand up. This is like the one way to beat me, and like a lot of guys that ring out to save themselves from trouble. It's really good to counter that. And another little trick about taunts, while we're on the subject of taunts, if you are for some reason within the reversal debuff, remember I was talking about this before, the background of your limb system turns yellow and it slowly starts to drain. You can't reverse any moves, but if you taunt while you have that debuff on, it negates it. So if for any reason you have that debuff and you have time to taunt, just taunt, and it will make the debuff go away. It doesn't matter which taunt you use, as long as you taunt, it makes the debuff go away. So that'll save you from, getting wrecked, because you can't do anything when you have that yellow debuff on you. You just can't reverse any moves. But I already covered that. Go watch the reversal video, man. Anyway. And that, my friends, is pretty much the long story short of that. The momentum system helps you gain momentum, man. You got to put on a show. How else are you going to get your finisher move and your special up? You got to put on a show and make the fans and all the virtual people care about what you're doing. As Stone Cold would say. Momentum is pretty big. Can't do finishers and special moves without it. I mean, you can definitely play without it if that's what you want to do, but why not bust out your ultimate slam when you can and make people disconnect? There you go. Sorry about that. But until next video, I will catch y'all jokers later.